Myself, Miss Rachna Jain, Associate Professor, Department of English, Government PG College, Rajgarh, Alwar. Today in this video lecture, I will teach you the poem My Last Touches composed by Robert Browning. This poem is in the syllabus of BA Part 3rd English Literature, Paper 1st, Unit A. She thanked men good, but thanked somehow, I know not how, as if she ranked my gift of 900-year-old name with anybody's gift. Who would stoop to blame this sort of trifling? She thanked men good. The word good indicates that expression of gratitude did not displease him. He was ready to approve of it. Ranked. Ranked means valued. In these lines, Duke describes the childish and foolish nature of his last touches. The last touches was very simple, innocent and frank-hearted lady. She thought that there was no harm in thanking those who showed her even little acts of courtesy. She thanked the people for their trifles. The Duke explains her childish nature. He says that his Duchess thanked the people for their little acts of courtesy. Good. It is really a good habit. Thanking others is a really good habit. But thanked somehow, I know not how. But she thanked others in such a way that the Duke could not understand her real nature. He did not like this. As if she ranked high my gift of 900-year-old name. The Duke says that his pride was hurt. It looked as if she valued more than her husband's costly gifts and the little trifles presented to her by others. 900-year-old name. Here the Duke tells the messenger that when he married his last Duchess and made her his Duchess, he had conferred upon her a name which had 900 years of glorious history behind it. It was the name of one of the oldest of Italian noble families. When the Duchess thanked people for little things or expressed her joy at the beautiful aspects of nature, such as the sunset or the buff of cherries presented to her by others, it looked to the Duke as if she valued them as much as the rich family name of her husband. The Duke belonged to an old noble family of Italy, but the Duchess gave no special consideration to this aspect. To her, this aspect of the Duke was like any other gift given by the people. The Duke was annoyed. He got angry of the fact that she used to thank him and his servants and other ordinary people or the courtiers with equal warmth of tone. He did not like that. He means to say, because his last Duchess was married to a Duke whose family history could be traced back 900 years, he belonged to a noble and ancient family of Italy. As his Duchess, She ought to behave with becoming dignity of his royal family. But she was not at all conscious of his honor of his family. She did not differentiate between the gifts of rank and position that he had given to her and the pretty trifles or the ordinary gifts that others presented to her. She thanked everyone in the same way. Who would stoop to blame this sort of trifling? The Duke wanted that she should discriminate between between the ordinary gifts given to her by ordinary people and the costly gifts given to her by her husband. She should discriminate people before thanking them if at all it was necessary. He regards this as the very ordinary aspect of her nature. He thinks that no person of his status could be so mean and low as to blame her for this. The Duke felt that it was beneath his dignity to find fault with such a careless, ordinary attitude. So the Duke does not like the childish nature of his Duchess of thanking others for trifles. Who would stoop to blame this sort of trifling? Even had you skill in speech, which I have not, to make your will quite clear to such an one, and say, just this or that in you disgust me, here you miss or there exceed the mark, and if she let herself be lessoned so, nor plainly set her wits to yours, forsooth, and made excuse, even then would be some stooping, and I chose never to stoop. Skill in speech, the power to talk impressively or making clear the foolishness of her outlook. Disgust me, rouses the Duke's indignation. Here you miss. She fails to understand or appreciate. There exceed the mark. There she crosses all the limits. Made excused herself or apologized. Who would stoop to blame this sort of trifling? The Duke tells the messenger that he did not try to correct her and put an end to her foolishness in thanking everybody because he thought it below his dignity to criticize such foolish conduct. Nobody liked to suffer a loss of dignity by criticizing such foolish nature. Even had you skill in speech, which I have not. Moreover, the Duke says that he does not have the gift of fine speaking which orators have. So he could not have brought home to his wife. And if he had that art of speaking, he would not have corrected her because she was so childish that she could never have understood what displeased him and what not. She would never have realized that in certain matters she failed in dignity and in other aspects she went beyond all limits. Thus, she failed in maintaining the dignity of his noble family and she exceeded all limits in thanking others. And if she let herself be lessoned so, nor plainly set her wits to yours, forsook and made excuse. Moreover, his last duchess was so childish that she would never have accepted her faults and tolerated such criticism. Rather, she would have indulged in argumentation with him. She would try to justify her character and conduct, even if he had necessary skill, even if she were ready to be instructed by him, yet he would have considered it a loss of dignity on his part to have corrected her. He therefore decided not to come down even a little. The remaining part of this poem I will explain you in the next video. Thanking you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.